Alright, hello everyone. I'm going to be starting out with a few premium tanks today. Let's just get a couple personal reserves going and hop into the object here. Hopefully everyone's having a good day here, which hopefully OBS is working. I just had to update it, so it has a couple new different little things, so hopefully nothing got screwed up in the process. But yeah, for the first hour, I'm going to be doing premium tanks, pretty much tier 6 to tier 8. If you want to see any specific ones of then. After that, I'll be doing pretty much any tank, so feel free to request tanks and I'll get to them. Hello, Mr. Bone and No Past. Nice to see you guys. Alright, not exactly the easiest map I got here. Ah, nice. That's a pretty good job. This is especially not easy since there are 2 T-95s on the enemy team. Doesn't look like we have anybody really going north. I think I'm gonna head over here, but no, I'm gonna head down into the ditch. Hello, Scud. But yeah, I haven't aced this yet. Granted, I think I have like 10 or 11 matches or something in it. The main reason I'm heading here is the IS-7's down here by himself, so there's no arty. We're just so spread apart that this is gonna be a little bit iffy. Didn't exactly want to head down here because I'm gonna be brawling with a ton of tanks I cannot penetrate. By the time I aim in here, nope, he's not gonna move. Awesome. That worked out pretty well. The gun handling on this thing is atrocious. Like, some people say it's not that bad. It is that bad. There's no getting around that. Holy shit, I actually hit that guy. Go figure, I complain about the gun handling, and it hits a freaking Strev at, not maximum range, but pretty close to it. Surprised these guys haven't pushed on the not the object, but the IS-7 yet. At least I got a little track on him there. Awesome. He's picked up 1300 assist damage. I can live with that. But playing this in a match with a lot of 9s and 10s, I do not lean on its armor all that much. Its armor's good, but in these settings, not very good though. It's your lower plate while you can bounce tier 8 shots. Sometimes. Oh lord. The frickin' T-95 is like, it kind of deserves the speed buffs, but it's a little too fast. I think they might have to tone that down by just a hair. Yeah. Especially when there's no artillery. It's just a little bit too quick, I think. Oh shit. I was about to say, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep him from killing me if he keeps pushing. Shit. I gotta shoot under that tractor. I kind of felt that coming, but I didn't exactly plan for it. I need to get back here though. Oh lord. This is not good. I was about to say abort. No. That's no good. But again, I don't know why these guys just didn't Shoot him in the side. Oh well. At least I did a little bit there. Hello, Uber. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're having a good morning. Yeah, you know, this wasn't exactly the best map for it, but I definitely didn't put myself in a good spot to be able to, you know, flex the different areas. So, oh, I'm a little tired this morning, but should wake up here in a few minutes. I just had to run around the neighborhood with Levi. I'm glad he's sleeping right now. He seems to have a lot of energy today for some reason. But I'm going to hop into the Panther M10. This is one of my newer premiums as well with the object. So I think I like it so far. I've only got a couple matches in it, but it's pretty similar to a elite Panther now that they buffed it. Just lower penetration and a little bit different armor setup. Alright. I think I'm going to end up over on the left side, to my left, but we'll see. It's just there's those two object ISUs. They typically wouldn't push down here far. Like, I don't care if they sit back here, because I don't position myself up high enough to get shot from camping spots over on that side, but yeah, it'll be interesting. Which, not that I really can comment too specifically on it, only because Wargaming and their stupid NDAs and stuff and whatnot. But as far as the sandbox goes, yesterday, you know, the tier 10 light tanks, you know, basically tier 8 through 10 came out, and you know, we're able to test them now. You only get about a battle in them, you know, unless you're, I guess, a special person and get special treatment. You're only able to play one at a time each day for some reason, but more or less, you know, a lot of them seem pretty good. They're what Wargaming said they're going to be, essentially lower HP than mediums, a little bit lower DPM, and gun handling, and then, you know, pretty good mobility. Sprinkle in a little extra view range too. So they seem pretty well balanced outside of, you know, I was looking at the stats of them, and the Sheridan seems a little bit left behind. It's pretty good with the non-152 millimeter derp gun. That seems very unbalanced in a way. It's, I would actually argue it's worse than what we have on the T49 currently, but the other gun on it, so basically the non-elite gun for most people, that actually looks pretty competitive. It's, you know, along with the, it's in line with the other tier 10 lights currently out. But I think, you know, the way that they're balancing them, they worked out. It's like the AT-15, I'm just waiting for you to push up, honestly. Like, we're very easily able to take out this T-34 and T-20. But I guess I'm just gonna, oh god, I missed. I am a little bit heavier than him, but I can just push him back. Alright, good. I was just making sure he was not aiming my way. That would not be good for me. Yes. It's been in the client for maybe like 3 patches now, the Chrysler K. I have screenshots of it and everything. I'm ready to do a weak spot guide, honestly, for it, but just hasn't made sense to do it. More or less, you know, right now it definitely needs a little bit more going for it. When I looked at its stats, maybe like 3 weeks ago or something like that. I forget when, because sometimes on you know, test servers and stuff, I just see what they add to the client, but nothing really worthwhile to mention yet because they're still pretty far down the pipeline, I still feel like. But right now the armor on it, it doesn't seem that great for a tier 8 heavy. You know, it's definitely not like bad. It's not worse than the tier, but I don't know. The stats on it just, it's a rear mounted turret. That is always a very big detracting factor from a tank, I feel like. But it's looking to be a pretty interesting tier 8 premium for the American line, but you know, I definitely think they need to buff it a little bit. It's kind of like the American, the fail Luva, I guess you should say. But I would say that we're probably going to see that in, like, it just got into super tester hands. So there's a small possibility it makes it into the next patch, but I would say it'll probably be 2 patches before we see that. They've been testing it for quite some time, honestly. It's like, I think it's been about a year since it first started showing up, like for like super testers and stuff. It just finally made it to them being able to test it on the live server. But pretty decent match here, 4 kills. Panther M10 is very good at racking up kills since, you know, pretty high rate of fire. The gun on it, you know, you have to load a little bit of APCR, but outside of that, this is a pretty good premium now. They finally added all the spaced armor to make it look like an M10 as 5mm. But the gun on it compared to the standard Panther, essentially it's the stock gun. You know, the standard Panther, the elite gun is 194 pen if I'm not mistaken. Then it gets a better premium round. So really you just load up a little bit more APCR in this. You don't see tier 9s, and it's pretty damn fun to play. But if you guys would like to see any, you know, specific premiums here, feel free to mention them. Or even standard tanks. Like, I'm going to be just going until my credit boost runs out here for premiums, and I'll hop into anything else. Hopefully today, you know, I'm not sure if I'll get them done today, only because I have to help my brother move around one of their stores. But I'm working on I'm working on the KV5 here, and also the T26E5 weak spot guides. Please don't look. I'm sure some of you might. Please don't look at my KV5 weak spot guide on Lock Guru. I was going through and updating my articles. They go all the way back to, it says 2012, but they're from 2011 when I had my blog spot and I ported them over. Some of my oldest articles they're a little scary, to say the least. I think I might go over this way. Let's do something different here. There's no Artie. If the Scorpion G doesn't head out over here, I'm fairly confident that I can do a bit on this side. It's just KV5, not very good at fighting on little inclines, so I'm not going to go here. Doesn't make sense. Basically, showing my turret, a lot of stuff can penetrate it. Going up on a hill, same thing there. I'm not going to push up this line anymore because so many people go out to the hill on the enemy team. So why not try the 1 to 3 line, even though we just lost a tank already. But I'm hoping to have, you know, this weak spot guide and the essentially the Patriots weak spot guide done in the next couple days here. Just both tanks have a lot of little, you know, angled sections and stuff that I need to measure and, you know, do little armor values for. Patriot specifically. Looking at that thing, oh god. The lower glacis on that is pretty, it looks pretty simple, but it's actually pretty complicated when it comes to its armor. I did not know off the top of my head that more or less the lower glacis has 2 different thicknesses. I'll kind of point it out, or actually it's more than 2 thicknesses. There's like 6 different thicknesses maybe 5. I forget exactly. On the Patriots' lower glacis, which is probably why you bounce off of it quite a few times. It's actually kind of good that I got my riot shield here. Oh god, I hope this works. This is good. Granted, they can penetrate my turret, the KV-5 turret. It's not exactly the strongest thing in the world, but oh my god, this is... I really hope this works so I can like do a replay of this, because found you. Oh god, you got your own little riot shield too. Ah, goddamn you, M4. I say to M4, he can pen me pretty easily. Here he is. Yep, this is what I was kind of afraid of. I'm a little bit too tall here, and they can pretty much just pop right over and damage me. I'm just gonna break out of my little shield here. It serves its purpose. That guy's like, I'm not shooting him. Luckily though, the KV-5 has enough HP where I was kind of peeking at my HP there, making sure oh lord, critical hit. Making sure I had enough to still kind of make it safely across here. Trying to get lucky. Hello, hipster. Yes, I am Mr. Bone. Hey, if I'm in a heavy tank, especially something like a KV-5 with quite a bit of frontal weak spots, I will use my dead teammates. I'll use dead enemies. It's something that a lot of people overlook, but it can greatly change. Like, there's no cover in between me and them. With that, with I've got to, or if I got you probably, it was what he was going for. You know, it turned my tank into pretty hard to penetrate from the front outside of them hitting me. I think he's the easier, maybe he was the easier target, but still didn't pen. Penetration on this can be lacking pretty significantly, especially at long range. Let's try to shoot that little guy. But I'm just playing a little bit safer here, just because I was essentially like 2-3 shotable there, depending on what shot me. But like a Scorpion G with a high roll here, he can take me out, because we're still not out of the woods here. Like basically this is team deathmatch right now, being in counter mode, so it's not like we can't just cap out here. Or can. Yeah, like, you know, since I'm doing the guide for it again for its armor, yeah, its armor is definitely lacking a little bit, but I almost feel like the biggest hole in its armor now is its turret, because so many things can penetrate it at tier 8, basically the flatter little bits of it, that, not that everyone shoots there, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of holes in its armor, but yeah, at least it's still got HP, DPM. It's just, you always got to keep moving. And I honestly don't angle too much in it. I do a little bit. Sorry, dude. You know, I'll angle a very small amount, but angling doesn't exactly make your areas that people are aiming at any weaker, because almost nobody aims at like the upper glacis, lower glacis, so when you angle, you actually provide them this weak spot back here, to where they're just going to be hitting that little corner on your engine deck. At least that's what I've you know, I've noticed. Hello, Bobo. Nice to see you. Hopefully, your winning streak continued last night. I'll say that. Yeah, I know a few of you guys, start messaging me last night. I was just on for, a couple little battles, real quick. I think he might be down here, but I would reckon to say he's down in that little hole there. I think he's down there, honestly. I think I'm gonna check over here, but I don't think he's over there. You can ping all they want, but I think he's slipped by. If he dropped down here, nobody was able to spot him. If he stayed in that little... Yep, that's exactly where he is. I've hidden down there before. I am not against running away and hiding sometimes. Hello, Vorin. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're having a good day. Hey, I got a 2 mark on it. Excellent. I don't have that on many tanks, honestly. But, Mastery Badge 2nd class. Yeah, 2,000 damage ain't bad. I can get to the Bulldog soon, Vorin, yes. I'm just going through some premium tanks first, since I have a credit booster on. But I can do the Bulldog once this runs through. Should be, give or take, about 40 minutes here. Yeah, it says I'm pretty close to, like, I could buy the VK 101P right now. I'm not sure if I want to. I might. I just kind of had to figure out, because my closest grind, I'm almost to the RU252U, and as far as experience goes, and the E50, I'm about 50,000 experience away. So buying those 2 tanks, a little bit higher priority, but I do want, the 2 mouse prototypes and also the PZ7 once I grind that. But I guess I have to see credit wise if it's all gonna work out. And nice. Well, happy birthday to her. Okie dokie. Let's see. I really do not want that 704 to come over on this side. Which, I don't have, unfortunately, this weak spot guide done for the T2065 here, but just from initial impressions, do not aim at the cupola ever. I'm just going to say that. Just don't aim at it. The only time you should aim at it is if you can hit the very bottom, but you're better off hitting this strip here if you're aiming at the cupola. I was a little bit surprised at the cupola's effective armor. Yeah. You're better off shooting other spots lower, even like left or right of the mantlet and like center mantlet and stuff sometimes. Not really a very useful shot, but just not to say that the light tank isn't very dangerous, but I'd rather do damage to things that can actually penetrate me here. Ooh. I was a little scared because I saw that something damaged me, but at least it's only 20 something damage. Hello, Matthew. Nice to see you. God. I was about to say I thought that they were still going to head up here. So if I shift a little bit over to the left, if they're still behind that little building that was there, I would be able to get a little bit of, basically make them come out further to shoot me, so my allies would have better shots on them. Yeah, it looks like I can lead a little bit today. I'm not too concerned about that the FE tier 7 tank there. I know from experience that tank does not have much penetration. If he uses APCR, he has a chance to pen me, but it's still not a surefire thing. That IS-6, unfortunately, learned that his armor is not very good when people are shooting down at you. I'll take a little lucky shot there. It's a little bit risky for me to go across here right now, but yeah, I can do to the T-44 100. Alrighty. They pulled back a little bit, which works out very nicely for me. His VK has them kind of preoccupied over there. I just hope, shit, he pushes up. Ah, God. He pushed up, but, yeah. This is not very good. And I'm on fire again. Awesome. They made the right choice by pushing in. They definitely killed me, but, I shouldn't have pushed in as hard as I did. But it'd be nice if we had, like, our Type 4 Heavy up there. You know, he's climbing the hill still. But not a bad match. Just, I would have liked a little bit more out of that. But, you know, they did the right thing by pushing up. You know, they made the best of a pretty crappy situation for them. Had they just sat there, you know, like a lot of people do sometimes, you know, they would have just been picked apart. So, do I what? Cromwell? Cromwell? I do have a Cromwell if you're asking that. Alright. So this tank compared to the standard T-44, you know, they're pretty much identical, but this one has, you know, side skirts on it. The turret's a little bit weaker. You know, a lot of people, when they had that, I guess you could grind out for it, stuff like that, thinking like, this thing's so overpowered. This was before like the Patriot and stuff though, but you know, if you look closely at it, it definitely, it's comparable to, you know, the upgraded Elite T-44, but I would definitely say it's not as, you know, good as it, you know, outright. But it's very close, within like maybe like a very small margin. I can do the Cromwell B, yes. Surprise, surprise. At least we have an IS-3 coming over here. Just, especially in counter mode, most people just go 6-0 when it's not always the... of course I missed, but at least we did more damage to him. Yeah, I can hop into it. I've got the 252U, but they're virtually the same tank, so... John was very fortunate enough to buy it for me. Thank you again, John. It allowed me to pick up the M10 Panther. Alright. This doesn't have the best gun depression, nor, like I was saying, the turret front. Like, it's weaker than the standard T-44, and even that's not exactly very strong. Oh lord, they're kind of pushing across here. Actually, I think I'm gonna want to head this way. Whew, very nice. But right now, I'm content with just spotting a little bit here. I got that one little shot early on, but our team's doing a pretty good job at lighting these guys up. I'd rather move over here because this T-26E5 has very good gun depression, of course. It's harder for him to crest over and hit me if I'm closer to him, and it's harder for the IS-3 to crest over further away to hit me. Whereas if it was the other way around like I was doing, you know, IS-3 wouldn't be able to shoot me, but the E5 would have a, you know, much easier time landing shots on me. I'm driving around like an idiot because I'm really not wanting to get hit by Artie. It's bound to happen here soon because I'm pretty much the target that's always lit up for my team. But I'm at least trying my damnedest not to let that happen. Alright, so the IS-3, time to switch over to a little bit of APCR. IS-3 is kind of taken, not the bait, because I don't want him to push down here as much as he is. I'm going to try to outpace. I'm not concerned about him, I'm concerned about the Borsig. I'm sure I'm going to get whacked by him. God, I got hit by a couple people there. I did not want that. And now I'm trapped. Go figure. Oh well. Yeah. I wasn't expecting to get tracked, and I thought I could get behind that IS-3 quick enough where they would start shooting their own teammate, but... Hey guys, over here. You know those 2, 3 tanks? Possibly 4 shooting you? Their team's over here. I think we got this though, because once that IS-3 started pushing, you know, there's so many people over there, like even in the center that we had, that they were just going to take more damage than they were dishing out there. So, hello Abdul, nice to see you. Huh, well, that's not very good, Bone. I know that this patch has been, you know, it's been a little bit buggy compared to most patches that Wargaming put out. They did fix, you know, a few of them, you know, basically 3 days ago at this point. So, you know, 2 days after the patch came out, they put out like a little micro patch fixing a couple things. But I'm sure they're going to fix all of them sooner than later. Well, you know, 252U Defender, they don't have, you know, they have very good armor, but they always have weak spots that you can use, depending on where you're shooting them and if you use premium. But, you know, it's, again, people were just hyping it up, mainly, you know, people looking at the stats, they were saying, oh, this thing's really good armor, but the people making videos for it, like, they were in full-on hype train mode. There's a couple people I'll give them credit for, like Jingles, I believe, and who else? I forget the other. There was one other person, like the popular ones. They were definitely somewhat level-headed on it. The where they weren't saying this is going to be like the Type 59 and ruin the game for however many months and this and that. Still said it was a very good premium, which I believe it is. It's one of the better ones out there, but it's definitely not like what people were making it out to be. I'm just gonna try my luck at a little bit of spotting, but unfortunately that guy caught me there a little bit early. With how you're pushing, you did a very good job getting over here. Yeah, you don't see people do that very often. Props to that guy. He just kind of ruined my plan. It's just a Cromwell. I don't always like playing it because it's not accurate enough while moving around for my liking, especially when you turn the hull. No one can shoot you. Come on. Yeah, that's what I was concerned about. Artillery. Oh god. Of course there's one of them all the way back there. I was trying to light up for my team a little bit because, you know, they're just hiding behind us here. Which I don't necessarily blame them completely, but you're not really able to defend this side very well if you just sit back there sniping. The enemy slowly pushes up, but I can't exactly get out of this spot very safely right now. Even though now I can. Thank you very much, D29. See you, Vorin. Hello, Isaac. Nice to see you. It wasn't Quickie Baby. He was pretty high on the thing. I might be safe here. Nah, I got hit again. Yay. I was hoping to get into one of those bushes early on and get spot, but that frickin' TD and the 5916 later once he pushed up, they just prevented me from going up there like I wanted to. Yep, I went a little bit too close there, but like I said, the Cromwell is not always my tank. I'll always play it for you guys, you know, if you request it, but I don't really like playing it with its accuracy. It's not how I like to play a fast tank. But yeah, it can be good. It's just I don't always click with it in a way. It is pretty bad, the gun handling, but you don't want to side scrape in it. The 252U here, like the most you're going to want to angle it is that, I would say. Looking if the enemy's directly straight on, it's the most you want to do because people can just shoot you a little lower on here and get pretty decent shots on you. You don't want to side scrape more than that. Your lower plate head on to them is 218 millimeters effective before like normalization. So really it's about 200, you know, with AP, APCR, and 218 against heat. So if you add a little bit more to that, you get a couple more millimeters of armor. But once you start side scraping a little bit too much, people are just going to shoot you right through this spot like a lot of tanks. You're better off almost staying head on to them and basically, you know, rolling your chance with your lower plate. The only tactic around that is if you can see where people are aiming, you just over angle, you just wiggle back and forth so, you know, their gun's following your lower plate, your side, and you can sometimes get them to hold their shot for, you know, about 2 or 3 seconds longer, lowering their DPM, since your DPM is pretty bad. Don't know why he did that, but I'll gladly take his tank there. Yeah, you know, they're similar to each other, but they're definitely not the same. So they could have a couple of little stats with like the on-move accuracy. That might be a little bit different. I thought he was going to shoot me, but that is a stock Centurion 1. I am no longer afraid of him. Oh, Lord. This guy, I've been finding a lot of people in the forums. I've been posting this week's spot guy for the VK101 because shooting for the cupola, you know, I made it well before it came out, is not always the best choice. Granted, that's kind of what I'm stuck with here. Not that my shot's even gonna hit. The cupola is a lot stronger than you would think. Especially if you don't hit it dead in the center. It's a pretty complex cupola, but yeah. And even the side turret and whatnot is pretty damn strong. Alright, we got enough people pushing here, so I'm better off pushing up. We don't really have any people defending our base on the other side. Let's say I was not confident in penetrating him there, but he's doing the right thing by backing up. I just need to get around him. Okay, you're gonna shoot me again, but whatever. As long as somebody can kill you, hopefully. Nope. There we go. Yeah, like most of the videos with this tank coming out, like they were like, oh, its armor's like a not tier, IS-7 tier 10 tank at tier 8. Not necessarily, and they'd be like, the side armor and rear armor is very good, don't get me wrong, but you know, it's definitely, people were just full on clickbait, end of the world, you know, basically the usual. But I'll still say it's probably the easiest tier 8 premium right now, up there with, you know, the Patriot to play. There could be a Ferdinand on my left, but I'm not gonna drive up there. I'm more concerned about my flag, honestly, right now. And the E-25, I guess I should be a little bit afraid of, too. Okay. Since I don't really have any backup here. Oh my god, I missed that shot. Yep, I'm dead now. I kind of deserve that, honestly. I should have just waited an extra like 10 seconds, but people are just gonna shoot you in your lower side hole and just penetrate you. Still did 2,300 damage, but you know, it's a tank where very good, but at the same time, it's definitely not you know, as easy, overpowered 100% win like people were making out to be. Okay, I don't think I have any other requests right now. So why don't I hop into something I haven't played too much? Why don't I hop into this little guy? But you know, it can't even be compared. Like when people started bringing up like the Type 59 about it, it's not even comparable, because the Type 59, I've mentioned it a couple times, it got its, you know, kind of reputation because matchmaking back then, it used to see tier 5 tanks a lot. So that coupled with no premium rounds when it first came out, you know, they're gold rounds for gold. Nobody used them outside of like the random one person in like 100 battles you came across. That's why it was as good as it was. But outside of that, you know, it was a very good tank, but it was just people flooded the matchmaking with it because there were, you know, at tier 8, it was like the third tier 8 premium, I think, maybe fourth, excluding the Mutant 6, which is the pre-order. Yeah, I can play the SU-122 44. Well, pretty much, Mr. Bone, that's how it is now. If you've noticed, like, when the Scorpion G came out, oh my god, and it's the end of the world, best tank ever. And then, you know, about a couple weeks later, you know, it just dies off. Like, yes, these tanks are very good compared to old premiums. You know, they have full matchmaking, but and the old ones, you know, have preferential. But you know, people, I guess, feel like take things a little bit too far now. And I'll admit, you know, a lot of the blame is due on people that, it's not even just wargaming, it's, you know, the people making videos, because, you know, I would say probably in the last year, there's a lot of people, not even just like the top people making videos, but more people like myself that, you know, if we're people were making more videos, like instead of there being like 50 people doing it, there's like 150 plus, and you get a bunch of different opinions, but a lot of the smaller people, I will say too, tend to go a little bit too far, and they try to, you know, oversell things and make it clickbaity to get people riled up so they get viewers. But, you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, I don't look too much into it. I always just look at a tank's stats and against, you know, others in its tier. I purposely destroyed that for a reason. Because I do not plan on staying up here if I come across a ton of stuff. But destroying that building makes it very easy to, you know, damage enemies that are coming up here. Here we go. Just biding my time. There's no artillery, so I can get kind of shot out from over there, but a little bit lower chance than, you know, usual. It's just, it didn't make sense for me to really scout their base. This thing's not fast enough to do that. It's actually a pretty slow light tank. Very rarely do I try to scout in it. Alright. And okay. Penetration isn't very good either, even with APCR. I was kind of hoping to get a couple little side shots there, but I was a little bit late. I should be able to double up on... you know, double up on these hills, or not hills, but bushes. You know, they shouldn't be able to see me. I do have a camo net too, but yeah. Yeah, I can get to the 4502B once I get through premiums here. So say with APCR, I should be able to go through these guys a little bit more effectively, if I can actually hit them, that is. I can't penetrate him, but I can track him. But the penetration on this thing is atrocious. Like, yeah. I'm almost inclined to try to flank them, but there's so many tanks behind them that if I get spotted, I'm pretty much gonna die pretty quickly. So I'll just, you know, chip away at them here. I am completely content with that. Getting a little bit of tracking damage, maybe. But the module damage on this is pretty damn low. Come on. Oh, Lord. This tank can be very fun at times, but, you know, in this specific situation... I'm gonna go through all my freaking shells, I feel like, here. Yeah, what the hell, let's make this a little bit interesting here. Let's see if I can not kill myself going down here. Oh god. Didn't kill myself, but I was very close to causing myself a little bit more damage than that. I've come to take my damage now. I'm very tired of bouncing off of you. Yes. Their plans right now, don't take this 100%, you know, because it can change, is it for it come off tier 5 or tier 6. And they're gonna add, I'm sure you can like Google them or Wikipedia them, because I don't know anything really about them other than they're supposedly very big heavy tanks. It's the Valiant tanks, I believe. They're very large, you know, British heavy tanks. And then at about tier 8, tier 9, it switches over to like a Chieftain prototype. I think just tier 9 now. And then, you know, tier 10 is the Chieftain. But that's their current plans. The only reason I say you can't, you know, take that as 100% is, if I'm not mistaken, when the British tanks were first coming out in World of Tanks, they tried to implement these tanks, the Valiants, and they did not work in the game. Yeah. So worst comes to worst, we're going to get a tier 8, 9, 10 tank, like a small little branch of the Chieftain. They're not replacing the FV215B. They've pretty much confirmed that. Like, they could, you know, they could change things, but the Chieftain is coming as a standard tank now from what they said. They're not doing a Clan Wars tank or, you know, like a personal mission one. So the smallest line I feel like that's going to come is 8 to 10, but they're currently fleshing out a line from starting at tier 5 or tier 6, the last I saw. So it's just a little bit hard to explain it, because they weren't exactly like 100% like straightforward through it, and a couple people, you know, I think it was the armorpatrol.com, that blog, you know, went as far as doing the whole line out like it was set in stone, but it's not. You know, basically they're trying to stretch it as far as possible instead of just making a little branch. You know, not only does that, it probably has to do with a little bit of money reasons, because, you know, them not having a big grind up to the Chieftain and just kind of, say, taking it off of the, like, Cairnarvon or, say, Churchill, or not Churchill, the Black Prince, doesn't make them that much money. So they're trying to stretch it as much as possible, which is probably why it's taking so long. Hello, Nelson, nice to see you. Hello, Lucas, too, nice to see you as well. But yeah, I can hop into a premium tier 8. I'm almost, you know, done premiums here, and basically after that I have the VK3002D, and then the Bulldog, and the 4502B after that. It's not exactly my favorite map for a TD. I'm going to be heading up here because I've tried to make it work over this side, but honestly, the majority of the time you're kind of useless sitting here trying to snipe in a tank destroyer. Like, you know, I'm glad that you're, you know, happy that they're not replacing the 215B heavy. I'm kind of sad that they're not, in a way, only because it's pretty fictional. The 183, you know, the FV215B, that's the actual tank. The heavy tank, it was never really designed like that at all. I don't even think there's plans for it to have, you know, a gun like that. I was kind of hoping that they were going to go with, you know, the Super Conqueror at tier 10, replace the 215B with that, and then have this Chieftain branch off to the side. Instead, it looks like when they are doing, it might come next patch, the Conqueror changes, they're just tacking on a Super Conqueror turret to the current Conqueror. That's what it looks like. It might not be the case, but that's the last they commented on it too. It depends if you like tanks with very little gun depression, iffy armor, and, you know, it's a good heavy tank. I'm not always the best playing it, so I'm not the best judge of how well it performs now. Only because when I first picked it up, it was much more mobile, had a lot less armor, but the gun was freaking unbeatable for a heavy tank as far as the... Like, it's still very good. It's a pinpoint accurate gun, especially while moving. And it has a crazy amount of DPM for a heavy tank, which, you know, it's a good heavy. It's just hard to use with the gun depression and rear turret combined with the problems of its armor. But I would say it's worth picking up, especially because the Conqueror is good before it. I like the Black Prince. Not everybody does. And once upgraded, the Cairnavon isn't that bad. And they are looking to, you know, buff some of the British heavies. I think they are next up, and maybe not next up in the pipeline, but they are due for a rework. Thank you. I thought you were trying to protect your dude, but I guess you weren't. This is a quick little 2k damage here. And I get hit by a grill. I got ahead of myself there. I was like, this is an easy match. Already. But I should have known it sitting there like I was. I'm not going to go there with my HP. How many have come out since the unannounced chieftain? I would probably say maybe 3 or 4. Like, it seems like a very long time. It has been, but yeah, it's been about 3 or 4, I think. There's been a lot more reworks to lines than that, but as far as straight out, God, I might die. Replace might with definitely. Churchill 1, why were you hiding there? Like, but hopefully that does not come back to bite us. It's like I thought I could slip by this guy and just go around and pop the tiger, but I'd still did 2,000 damage. I'll take that. Alright, object 140. But hello Foreplay. Hello gamer child. Nice to see you guys. Alright, so yeah, I got time for one more premium match here. So premium, medium. Let's see. Let me see if there's any with. I might go with this guy. I'll go with the M46. All right. But you know, there's a reason why when the consoles put the chieftain in, they were just kind of like, I guess, fuck it in a way. But if you look at what they specifically said, they put it in because they weren't waiting on basically the actual plan. So the tanks before it to come out, because it wasn't in the pipeline. I don't know why Wargaming, you know, basically finished the tier 10 and didn't start work on the tanks preceding it. They usually don't do that, so. But yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. It's a, you know, it's a heavy that's right up my alley. It's got pretty decent turret armor, a excellent gun. So it's actually gonna, and decent mobility, but the whole armor isn't exactly great outside of if you have it at auto bounce angles, which it's pretty much sitting at unless people shoot down at it. But you know, pretty much is gonna play like a 215B in a way, but without the crappy gun depression, rear turret, and you know, it's gonna be pretty fun. Almost like a souped up like Centurion Action X in a way. I could relate it to, but there are videos, you know, of it out there, even on a PC, since the Chinese server has had it for quite some time. Not really liking my team right now. You know, if I had maybe 1 or 2 more tanks, I would be inclined to push out here. But right now, yeah, I'm kind of screwed in a little way. just going to wait and see what this Tiger P sees. It's never a good idea to push into the center on this map with that many people. Like, occasionally I'll go down with like a light tank or two. You know, if there's a light going there, I'll go with them. But more times than not, you're putting actual heavy tanks and mediums and stuff up there, especially early on. You're just going to die. You're going to take so much damage, it's not worth it. I don't want to leave here just because, yeah, T-54 could come, and honestly, this Tiger P dying to a comet, he almost died there. If he died to a comet straight out, I think he might have got hit by Artie or something too, but that would have been pretty pathetic, which I hope that there's nothing here, but there probably is. It's just I can't drop off that ledge there. It's pretty much vertical. So this is, well, albeit not the safest, it's the best for my TD here. Come on, dude. I guess frickin' hit my ally, but he should have just drove forward. Here we go. You're welcome. Alright, T-30 is dead. There might be a tortoise down here, but the T-95 is not down here. Here we go. Unfortunately for the T-54 and the tortoise was not very quick. Like a little merry-go-round in a way. Alright, so that worked out pretty well for us. That did not. I'm dead. Like, where did these two guys come from? I guess they were sitting back here sniping, but they surprised me because I didn't think anybody was down there, to be honest. So that turned around pretty quickly. We should still win this. We still have three pretty heavy tanks here, but if they just sit here and don't push on the T-95, then we might have a small chance of losing. But almost 2,000 damage, so... Alright, let's get a couple more little reserves here, but I can pretty much do, you know, any tank at this point now. Which one do I want? I think I might just go for... Thank you for the subscription, Boris. Thank you very much. I think I might just go for a 25%. And, you know, a little bit of a credit boost. Alright, so the first request up, let's get these filters off, was my personal request. I very much want to... Not this one. This little guy here. But I'm trying to... This is the only tank I'm actually trying to do this. The VK3002D. I want to try to get some marks of excellence here. I have 24 battles in it, and I'm already at the 62.7% tile. So I would like to try to hammer this one out, because this has been a kind of a surprise tank that I've liked, as much as I went into it not really expecting to like this tank too much, and it's been pretty damn good. But after this, I've got the Bulldog, the VK4502B, Object 140, which I'm kind of planning for Friday. It'll be a pretty fun stream. If anyone here is going to be around Friday, it should be pretty interesting to watch, if all things go to plan. Well, yeah, it's definitely one of, I would say, along with the 268, I'd say they both are, you know, kind of the worst tier 10. I was gonna say tier 7 because I'm in a tier 7 right now. Tier 10 tank destroyers. But you know, it's just one of those tanks where it is completely broken when it first came out, and they nerfed it a little bit too hard into the ground, and they never really fixed it in a way. It still has very high damage capabilities, but and basically, you know, like you said with the gun handling, it kills it more times than not. The gun handling ruins that tank. I almost feel like, I know, you know, the 3 rounds, I'm pretty sure it had an autoloader, or was designed to have one, which is why, you know, the tier 10 has it, the tier 9 does not. I almost feel like it would be more balanced if they just pushed the 9 up to 10, balanced it, you know, better that way, and then slotted in a lower tier tank to compensate. Very nice. Alright. Oh god. I was not expecting... Well, I wasn't even expecting the TD hit, to be honest, because when he shot me and... Yeah, because I don't have Sixth Sense on this. When he shot me and I didn't see him, I'm a little bit confused as who spotted me, because the Hellcat wasn't in a position to spot me. Alright. So, I got hit by an APCR by the Hellcat, because the armor on this is decent, but yeah, getting hit by SPGs is not exactly great, but I was driving basically straight back and forth there, so I was basically asking them to do that more or less to me. Oh lord. Oh, if I die to a PZ3 or PZ38NA, I'm gonna feel bad. I just felt... Go figure, with the first match when I start to try to, you know, the marks of excellence, I have pretty much the worst match I've had in that tank. Usually I average around, I forget the exact numbers, but it's basically 1500 damage or more, and a decent amount of spotting. But that's what happens when you don't account for arty, and I definitely wasn't doing myself any favors. I was just popping straight back and forth in a line. Yeah. Okay, the 268's kind of in the same boat. That was pretty significantly nerfed when basically wargaming for all TDs outside of the premium ones, which is why the E25 is broken still, nerfed their camouflage while firing, and, you know, also while not firing stationary. The 268, I used to hate coming across those things. It was actually, I would reckon to say, for a few patches, one of the best tier 10 tank destroyers, because you could not spot the thing even while firing behind a bush outside of, you know, you had to be within like 100 meters or less a lot of times, because the camouflage was just freaking insane on the thing. And I specifically remember a match on Mountain Pass where it was coming down to the wire, and I was pushing on the southern spawn of Mountain Pass, and there's 2.268s sitting in their base in the bushes, you know, that SPGs typically sit at, and there was, I forget how many of us, but we couldn't win the game, and we lost because we were trying to push on them. There's no SPGs left. Oh god, no SPGs left, and you know, we just couldn't see them. We were throwing rounds into the bushes. They were just, you know, chewing us apart. And there was just no countering them. So that's why that tank got nerfed into the ground. Oh god, they killed that Udez pretty quickly there. Okay, I'll take a little bit of a chance here. Ah, Strev, why are you leaving? Alright, so there's no point for me to... There's 3 SPGs, but No point for me to push out here because my TD gets up and ditched me. I'm waiting to see if he comes back around. Like, we have shots on this little bulldog, but... Oh lord, there's a 1390 coming around now. I think I'll be safer to run away from him. They are definitely going with... Ooh. Like, I know that you're not very good fighting close up, but you're running away a little bit too much, dude. Your tank isn't that frail. I was tempted to honestly just rush in and kill their SPGs because I'm trying the mission again to damage 3 SPGs, but 2 of them, you know, are in a tier higher than me, which is the one I'm at. Doesn't do me any good if they're the same tier. God, I love those missions. It only requires... Oh god. I haven't started the Russian grind. That does not make me want to do it. Alright, little buildings. You need to get out of my way here. Even though I guess I could have shot him there. But, oh god. I'm trying to track him. Alright, our team should be fine here. Really? Really, oh-ho, you're gonna do that to me. Sneaking in a little bit of damage there. Now we're down to one little guy. Oh god. I knew I could not one-shot him. I really want to shoot him. It's like, do I try it? What the hell? There we go. I'm a little bit surprised I did not die there. Well, yes. It was a little bit funny that they brought out the Waffle Trigger E100, but yeah, that was just... I think that was a decision made by very few people at Wargaming, and they basically, once they put that tank out, everyone knew it was, you know, completely unbalanced, and it was never going to be able to be balanced. They gave it that one effort to try to kind of rein it in and balance it a little bit, and that didn't work, and then they're like, screw it, look for another tank to replace it. Took them a little bit of time to find it, but yeah, they didn't want to replace it, you know, with a completely fictional tank. At least the Grill 15 was actually designed. It was never built, I believe, but... Alright, so after this little guy, we got the Object 140 here. We're on one of my worst performing maps here. I am not very good at this one here. That's pretty nice, Master Beast. Especially for a 1390. But yeah, I can do a T30 TD. I'd actually rather have the T30 right now on this map than the VK. At least there's no SPGs. That helps me out a little bit here. Typical though. Your team, I find on this map, the reason I don't like it very much, you know, it's kind of like Live Oaks I was just on a highway. There's really only 2 true flanks on this map, and your team, you know, almost always just goes to 1. And then, you know, there's 3 of us here. We're probably going to run into, say, like 6+ tanks, and we're just going to get steamrolled. And, you know, it's just one of those things where if your team splits evenly, all you need is your 1 tank that's slightly outnumbered, not massively outnumbered, to hold their ground, and you win. But when you basically focus on one flank over another, it just becomes like a circle of death in a way, where one team just steamrolls another. I can play the 252U as well, yes. Yeah, please play mine as well when I get to it. Oh, I am terrible at spotting for light tanks. I was gonna say, I was content with just sitting here, but I guess there are a lot of people in the south. I didn't even think I'd damage him, but I'm still gonna shoot him. Hello, person from Thailand. Hopefully your day was good. I was just concerned that he was gonna pop out there. Give me that cupola. Oh god, why? Ooh, you're a little bit lucky there. I got a couple more seconds here until he reloads. Let's pop him right in that track wheel. Of course he's firing gold APCR. Why wouldn't he? Oh, what the hell, dude? You didn't even have a shot on him. Like, he was around the corner. That's why I went out there. Oh well, doesn't matter that much, but a little bit annoying. Typically, I don't run in front of people like that, but you know, he did not have a shot on him. I'll take the easier shot there. Hello, Dodo Kubo? Oh god. Can I have my lower glacis armor back? Thank you very much, guys. Even though I'm gonna die from him. Yep, I should have kept my turret pointed away, but oh well. Did 3,100 damage. That's not bad at all for this tank. I don't know what my team down here is waiting for, though. You know, they killed a lot of their tanks down here. Now they're just struggling to push through, I would say 3. There's one more back here, it looks like. Oh well. We should still win this. Alright, so for requests... I can do the 215B heavy as well after the T30. I almost missed that request. Yeah, I can do the tortoise. Whoopsie daisy. Sorry about that. That was probably pretty loud compared to the rest of my volume here. Okay, the first tank up is the 140. And then after this, I have the T30, 215B heavy, the 252U, and the tortoise. Thank you very much, Kubo. Oh lord, I do not want to go to that. That person from Thailand, his name is Top Percent as far as his username. Hello. And hello, Udon. I'm getting to the T30 after this. They're trying to do something. Yeah. Oh my god, they... Please, guys, like, look at that team. I think this is gonna end very badly for us. And I don't want to micromanage people, but by account for it, I mean, please don't push out there like idiots, because we're going to get swarmed and we're going to die. Like, you know, if they're pushing a lot of people out there, it doesn't make sense for you to push out there very hard. And of course, you know, more than half of our team is running away from this area. And that's not exactly something very good. Hello, Gunnar. Yes, the T30 is up after this. I had the 140 request it. It doesn't matter if you have more heavy tanks. It takes you longer to get to their cap. Then, you know, when there's mediums, you have to, you know, you have to kind of counter them. You know, we could be completely wrong here and, you know... Oh lord, I almost missed that. I did miss that. But wherever their mediums go, if you just let them kind of roll over you, you're going to be down tanks and you're not going to be able to keep up with, you know, them getting to your base earlier, stuff like that. Alright, I got a couple people down here, so they're type 5 heavies over on this side. So far though, their mediums, I don't know what exactly they're doing, but if they had pushed down, they honestly, they pretty much run right through us in a way with how we're set up right now. I'm actually kind of glad that they haven't yet. Thank you for the subscription. Why did I just do this? Lord. And of course their bat chat rolled right through the center. Yeah. Like... Oh my god. Granted, I could have spotted the center, but still, like... Yeah. Nothing like leaving the entire center open. I'm gonna thank you for whoever subscribed. I accidentally closed my window for that. I had to pull it up after this battle here. I hope that I can run away here, but I think I'm gonna be a little bit late with escaping. Yep. If I crest here, I'll die. Just from people back on the other side. Ah, shit. Sorry, girl. I didn't think that I was gonna... I'm shooting heat, too. I didn't think I was gonna have that shot, and I did. I'm crapping it up this match, but our team definitely didn't do us any favors. Granted, I am on that team, leaving the entire center open. I'm gonna try to help over here. It's just I'm pushing into 3 tanks here, and that could be coming my way. I'm mainly concerned about this bat chat. I'll see if he... Alright, very nice. He did not come my way as much as I thought he was. Alright. Don't have a lot of HP, but still have my gun in the game. Which is pretty much all I'm going for right now, is keeping my gun in as long as possible. She can easily turn a crappy match into a decent one. And fortunately, our team's starting to, we made a pretty good comeback here. And, I guess for me running away, it didn't make sense for me to stay in a spot where I was doing terrible at, and I had like 800 damage. Better for me to run away and kind of regroup, find a little bit safer spot for me to go through. What imbalance? Uber? I can do the IS4. I missed that when you said that. Please don't point at me right away. And the Type 5 is left. Very good tank. He probably got a lot of damage, but unfortunately you don't win if you're just the last alive. Problem I'm gonna have is he can ram me. It's probably exactly what he's trying to do. But yeah, if their mediums had just pushed, I thought they were just gonna funnel right down in there and push through us. They would have won, no doubt. Thank you very much, Darren, for pinning that. I'll get to that 1 second. Let me fix my windows over here. I messed up my Streamlabs window. Thank you very much, Adrian, for the subscription. I accidentally exited out on that. Alright, but pretty decent match, 2,700 damage, and lost a little bit because I was firing heat. I didn't exactly know that I was firing heat. They are supposed to be fixing that. I thought it might have been in this patch. At one point I might have said that. But let me add these requests too. What did I want to say? The balancing between stuff that's coming with the matchmaking update, which is tied to light tanks now. If I said that at some point, sorry, but yeah, basically this patch they put some changes in, but it only had to do with platoon mates basically spawning near each other. But matchmaking update, like at this point, it might be the next patch or the one after that, because lights are being balanced on Sandbox right now. But when those matchmaking changes come out with the ±2 matchmaking for every single tank, more or less, outside of some premiums, with light tanks doing that, that's when they're going to balance so sides kind of mirror each other in a way, more or less. It's never going to be perfect, but it will be, better than it is now. Man, I'm really bad at explaining stuff sometimes. But it is coming. I thought at one point it should have been in this patch, but yeah, they're doing a pretty big matchmaking overhaul with the light tanks now. Advancing to the rear? Yeah, it's a good way of looking at it. Hello, WTE. Personally, I would go with the 252U, but it depends on how many premiums, or if you have a German or a Russian one. Also, if you can pronounce the names of tanks, that helps too. I would say performance-wise, though, since the Luva has gotten buffed recently, they're comparable. I would say the 252U will outperform it a little bit, just because it's better suited for matches on a lot of maps. It's faster, and the gun hits harder. And the armor between the two, the 252U has better armor by a hair, but they are closer than some might imagine if you play the tanks to their uh, designated roles. Like, you're not going to be hold down in a 252U. So FB Kubo? What do you mean by that? Facebook? I do have a Facebook. See you, Uber. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you have a good day. Oh, how did I not hit something there? My name of Facebook, I have one for WoT Guru. If you just search that, just type in WoT Guru and Facebook. This is why I hate the frickin' T30 now. Both of my shots just dove low and hit the goddamn buildings. I should have at least 1,500 damage now, but no, I don't. Woo. Yeah, like, its slowness does hold it back a little bit, and the gun, it's not lacking damage potential. It just lacks a little bit of alpha, but you know, it's a good tank now that they buffed it. It's just that was a little bit my fault there, but come on now. Give me some damage. Sniping is not the strong suit. Of course, first shot that gets thrown at me penetrates me. Why not? Just many of you know, I am depressed at the state of this tank. Even though you can still do that, this tank was awesome when it was a heavy tank. Come on, little bulldog, you've been doing a good job. You should have a ton of assist damage if I didn't miss frickin' 3 of my shots. Oh lord. Whoa, you're not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to be the only one using dead allies for cover. Problem I have is I got an angle to both sides now. Really wish I got those couple shots off to begin with, though. Of course I didn't pen there. 84 HP left. Hello. Please and thank you. I really don't want to shoot something with 84 HP, but especially something that I'd rather do it to him. Well, this escalated quickly, but that's why the T30, I don't know. Like, I still did 2,200 damage, 14 assists, but it's why I don't always like playing it. The gun, it's just way too fickle. Like, it doesn't shoot where you want to shoot. Even if you're aiming perfectly, it just dives down to the freaking bottom. It's like there's a meme of Serb. I don't know if Google would bring it right up right away, but there's a meme of him with a nail file, because he actually went and he has a picture of him shaving the freaking T30. I believe it was T30. It's cupola or something, the nerf its armor, or maybe it was the mantlet, something like that. But there's a reason why, you know, there's a picture of him doing that, because they nerfed the ever living hell out of that tank. So I am 26. If you want a platoon, sure. Just send me a message in game. Or no, that was the IS-3 when he was doing that. He brought a nail file to the IS-3 pike nose. But I just remember somebody photoshopping him out and putting him all over the T-30 heavy tank. Like on its cupola, the turret front, the hull, everything. Alright, so after this match, I got the 252U, the Tortoise, the IS-4. Well, yeah, that's the thing. When it was first out, you know, as a tier 10 heavy, and then the T-34 was a tier 9 heavy. Granted, the T-34 grind sucked, don't get me wrong. Basically, it wasn't, you know, like pinpoint accurate, but your shells landed within the aiming circle reasonably. And the aiming time was better. It was a pretty functional, good heavy tank. But the only reason I'm heading out here is not many people are, and there's no arty. If there was arty, I'd head south with the rest of them. Sure, that works. Typically, you know, if people, you know, you watch me, I accept friend requests. You know, in game. Sometimes on Facebook, I know a few of you guys have sent requests, and I don't always correlate the names between the two. So sometimes it helps if you let me know. I don't mean to not, you know, deny some people if you've sent me one. It's just I don't always accept them because I don't know who, you know, people actually are. The 120 on the T-30, there is a case for it, yes, but the only reason I would say it's not a better gun is why play the T-30 with a 120 at tier 9? You're better off playing another TD. Oh, hi dog. You almost got me shot there by an E4 right away. Okay, save me, guys. Oh. Oh, my hand. I completely fudged that up. And I fudged that shot up. This is not going to go well. They're going to start getting confident here and push on me. M41's coming behind. Thank you. Just this tank is pinpoint accurate, and I have shot the worst shots imaginable. Oh, they're all on me, those misses. Basically, these guys should be almost dead right now if I had actually shot like a normal person. Luckily, this guy, he is not exactly shooting the right spots. This turret's stronger on this than you might think if you point directly at the enemy. Alright, I need to start swapping over a little bit APCR, I feel like. Oh lord. This is gonna hurt. Oh no. Does he have one more shot? We'll never know. Alright, so now my engine's out. I got 41 HP. Oh my god. I really wish I had hit those shots, because that I'd still have almost all my HP. Hello J Dragon, nice to see you. And Sebastian. Kubo, I'm in a game right now. I can't accept your friend request in a game. Yeah, if that's what you're asking. If you sent one in the game, I do accept them. but spamming that does not want me, or does not make me want to accept it. You know, I still am, but you know, you got to be a little patient here. Silva, I wouldn't say the IS-7 is definitely not the best. It's not a bad tank. Um, here we go. Hello, Kainchu. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's just the DPM advantage of the 120. Like I've talked about it in depth a lot before. Why alpha is better than DPM, and it just, the DPM advantage is not enough to make it worthwhile in a way. But there are those matches with the, you know, the larger gun on the T30 where, like the last one, you miss shots that you shouldn't, and yeah, it's just one of those things where, yeah. But again, it does come down to your playstyle. There's no right or wrong way for some tanks as far as the top guns and stuff go, but WTE, you are asking the wrong person. I really don't care about win rate 8 at all. Um, Thinking about it, some sort of light tank, because doing damage in them, you know, is, you know, you can pad your win rate 8 like that. I believe they haven't fixed that. I'm not seeing a friend request, though. Dodo. You're probably thinking about a wrong server, because I do not see. I don't see anything here. Sorry. I only can play on the one server. So if you're sending it to another server like the EU server or SEA, I unfortunately, you know, I have accounts over there, but I don't play on them. I only post on the forums. The T110E4, it hasn't changed as far as, you know, its performance goes. You know, outside of the last time they nerfed it and stuff like that, but you know, it hasn't changed as far as the meta goes. It's just, compared to the E5, of course, its armor is a little bit worse, but it does have that higher alpha gun, and it's a little slower, and you know, the turret doesn't function all the way. But basically, the problem it has is, you know, the E4 doesn't have the gun depression like the E5 or the E3, and it doesn't have, you know, the functional armor to take shots. It's still a very good tank. Um, it's just not always the best compared to either the E5 or the E3. But I would say, you know, it does play well, especially in city maps, because unlike other TDs, it can, you know, kind of fight around corners very well. And it's good mixed in with heavy tanks because you have that big TD gun. So, you know, its performance hasn't changed any, but it still is in a limited role. All right, they push pretty hard down there, so I'm just gonna go on a leap of faith and push out over here. I really should have went a little bit different way. I thought I'd run into something here, though. Okay, looks like I'm not needed over here. I'm not too concerned about the guys in the north just yet, although I did not think that he could hit me there. I'm a little bit surprised he can still shoot me. Alright, I'm just crapping it up. I am so sorry, team. You do not deserve me right now. I can see them very close to my base. A lot of people are going to get sucked back that way, but I kind of screwed this up by not playing very well early on in the match. But if they don't reset, then we're definitely going to lose. I'll definitely put this one on me, though. Yeah. Oh, well. They're still going. Nah, I knew I was gonna get reset though. It's just, I was just aimlessly driving around, not shooting anything for a good 30 seconds, and that was pretty bad. For the object, I would go a vertical stabilizer. Yes. Like, I did damage here, but that was still pretty bad. I hate when I just get indecisive and I'm just like driving around. So we got the Tortoise IS-4. Maybe I'll hop back into the 252U as well. Hello, Orlando. Thanks. Yeah, I'm excited to see how it turns out. Thank you again. I'm gonna have to figure out how to put it in front of some of my videos easily. I should be able to do it pretty easy though. I just usually don't edit very much, but thank you very much. It looked good, you know, the last time you sent it to me. But I can try to hop into the E4 if you would like to see that, since you asked about it. Oh Lord, what is it with this map? And when I play non-turret at TDs, I get put on maps where, you know, you fight close up and they don't work out very well. Yeah. Just, I mean, I'm almost inclined to head over here because it works decent, but there's just too arty. I'm gonna try to head out over on this side. Why is that guy complaining about it? It's still pretty good. I don't think it's as sneaky as it used to be, though. I can play an E25, yes, I can do that. Premium tanks are always welcome. At least for the next few weeks when I need credits here. I still got plenty of time, you know. I have a little bit over an hour here. My brother hasn't. I need to help move a lot of furniture today, but he hasn't texted me yet, so I can always go a little bit longer. You know, depends on. He was fairly sure he needed me today, but we'll see. Hey, surprise, surprise! We lost a tank. Going to that spot. I didn't drink any coffee today. I need to get myself off of it before I go back to work. I know that sounds kind of backwards in a way, but yeah, that would not be a good habit to have working in a kitchen in the morning. I'd have to like drink a lot of it every morning just to get up. Have I trained anybody? I don't know what exactly you mean by that. But if you're I would technically say I've trained well over, you know, looking at my website, about over 2 million individual people have been on it. I would say I've trained hundreds of thousands of people. I could do the Scorpion G, yes. But if you mean like personally in a game, like I've had people before like ask me, "Hey, come show me in the training room this and that." Honestly, that's just not me at all. I think it's you learn from your mistakes. But I think some things like that where people train a little bit too much, it's yeah, that I don't like that. So if you're asking about that, then no. I have been offered, people have offered to pay me before to do stuff like that, but no. Why do you have to have 3,200 HP and freaking 3,000 DPM? You shouldn't even be mad that I'm shooting APCR at you, but it's a little ridiculous right now that the mouse in its current state. There we go. Thank you. But honestly, back when I was in clans, like a couple of the ones that did like clan wars and stuff, I used to dread when people used to be like, let's go in a training room and do this, and I'm like, no. It's just that's just my own personal opinion. I just don't think it. You're better off playing, you know, if you're looking to learn, say like the T110E5 though, you're better off playing that in a ton of random battles alone, seeing what works, what doesn't, and just paying very close attention to when you get penetrated, when you bounce, like little things like that. To me, that's training, and you know, you watch other people play a tank that you're learning, stuff like that. Yeah, more or less, that's my personal opinion now. He did get Death Starred. Not that he had a lot of HP, so he probably will. You know, that TD, he's probably going to do a better job than that Bat Chat, but we'll see. Like, the Bat Chat does have... Yeah, he does have 3 kills. I thought it might have been a tier 9 one, but... The reason why I'm heading back here is I just don't have the HP to push into the T30, the 183. I didn't expect the Scorpion G, honestly, to come back. I would have just sucked it up and pushed into him at that point. Excuse me. A 12-hour World of Tanks stream? I don't know if I could do that. I would... The longest I think I'd ever be able to do is like 5-ish, around there. It's not even like I wouldn't want to play the game for that long because I'd probably start getting frustrated, but you know, I have a lot of responsibilities on a day-to-day basis. You know, at Levi, I've got to, you know, essentially cook for Ryan and myself. I've got to clean, I've got to garden, I've got to, you know, I do have a job. It's just, you know, I know some people can do longer streams like that, and people do like to watch them sometimes, but that's something I'm never going to be able to do. Even when I'm, you know, in the off season when I don't work as much at my real job, or not even real job, I should say full-time job. I was an HE shell at least. we'll leave that to the people that live over in Europe, or the big time streamers. So I find a lot of people over there. I'm not even saying just Europeans, but I see a lot of Russian streamers, like Eastern European. They stream for a very long time, sometimes, and there's no way that they can do streaming as a full-time job. Well, with that as well, I would say no. Like, hell, if the most I'd do in some cases would say I'd stream for like 3-4 hours in the morning, and then the same at nighttime. But I would never be able to do a long stream. Just I got other stuff to do. Plus, like what happened to him. Granted, he had other health problems. More or less, I would not want to sit down for that long. I would need to get up and, go walk the dog or something. I've thought about, unfortunately I do not speak Russian, Mr. Diff Kick? I don't know. I've thought about doing something for cooking, but that's, it's a little bit down the road. I would need to figure out how to actually do that without it looking like crap off of my phone. that is in the works, Mr. Bone. Hopefully this Friday. That should be fun for everybody involved. And not me. I just know I'm gonna get killed here. We all kind of funneled into this one spot, which, whatever, but yep, I'm spotted now. I just hope whatever shoots me gets spotted. Yep, that's awesome. And of course those two guys didn't move at all. Yep, he got me as well. But this is just one of those matches where me sitting there longer, yeah, I might have had a better chance to win, but like, we just had to push out all at once and we would have been a little bit better off. But getting your teammates, I'm not going to sit there and like yell and chat at them. I just wish that, they would, you got to think as a group and not as, oh, I'm going to die here. Like, if you die, the other two people get through, kill the Udez, better position to kill the 183, maybe they're Artie. Something like that. But, yeah. Hello, Mojo. Nice to see you. Hello, John Oros. Uh-oh. Master... that Mr. D guy, you said, how is your personal... I don't know what exactly you mean, but hello nonetheless. My personal rating, my personal anything. I cannot speak Japanese though, unfortunately. I'm just going to see if he pops back in here for a second. Since Master lost connection here. There we go. Yeah, they would have had a very long time between that. It's just, unfortunately, they didn't move at all. Go figure. Ugh. So I got the IS-4 here. And then I'm going to play the 252U again. T-110 E4, the E25, and the Scorpion G. That's all good, Master. It happens. I crashed the other day. Oh no, my personal reserve. Alright. So just looking at this. Yeah. The E100 VK7201K probably gonna throw heat, which not good for me because they can penetrate most, if not all, of my armor unless I angle and they hit me in the spots I want them to hit. So it's just gonna be hard for me and the E3 in the town. Like I could just not go to the town, but then my team lacking a little bit of armor over there because we just have an E100. So it just, I'm not going to play aggressively as I usually do. Like I might be inclined to push out here. Instead I might, there is already, so I'm not going to do that. So how am I doing in the game? I think I'm doing pretty good, Mr. D. Yes, this is the North American server. Been a pretty fun morning. I made some credit, so I'm happy. So I can pick up another tank here in the next couple days, hopefully. I'm gonna start grinding some tanks again. Of course it's a critical hit. Yeah, I've kind of been slacking on grinding. Yep. Heat shell, and he probably hit me. I don't even know where he hit me, honestly, but yeah. Okay, you're capable of angling like that too. I was hoping just to track him. I guess you're one of those people that don't like the North American server. Or you just figure it out for yourself. It is in the title. Awesome. Gotta love... I don't know, I swap over to some heat too, because he's just... Yep, gotta love those heat rounds at times. It's a very annoying part of World of Tanks still, is how much heat breaks armor, which... Yep, that was not my best angling there. I was mainly angling for heat, and he shot 8p. Props to that guy for actually using a standard round. But, yeah. Oh, our E100 is AFK. I didn't even notice that. It's just... Yeah. This was already going to be tough for us. Dude. Ooh, he's going to get me. Yeah. I wouldn't even say that he crashed, because he should be back in the game. I'll try to play it. I'm going to hop back into the IS4 here, because this match sucked. How long have I played World of Tanks, John? I have played since about mid 2011. Let me just get a couple more thingies here. My crew, I'll hop back into 252U here soon. I have played right there, July 9th. Uh-oh. He crashed again. No, it is not. It is it's a little bit different, I would say, but not much. Basically, from what I see between European server, NA server, is more premium rounds on NA get thrown at you, and also I would say the player base, since it is a smaller player base, there's a lot less casual players in a way, I should say. It is a little bit harder to play on the NA server. Just a pinch, but EU definitely has the better top end players, I would say, if that makes any sense. Essentially, being a smaller, concentrated pool of players, there's a lot more um, serious players on NA. Hello, Marco. Thank you for the subscription. But between the two servers, they don't play that differently. My dog is slowly trying to push me over again. I've heard some interesting stories about the SEA server, so I'm not too surprised not many people talk in the chat. There are, there are a bunch of different languages, say like EU, and even on the SEA server compared to like NA, where occasionally you get people speaking like Spanish, but that's even rare. So well, there are a bunch of campers on NA, yes. It doesn't sound very good, Floyd. I would say you should definitely get that checked out sooner or later, because that can't be good for your PC. The only problems I'd have with both of these PCs I've built so far is freaking Windows. Like my old PC there, I try to keep it updated as much as I can for like security updates for 7. But some of them just freaking break the machine because it's trying to like force like Windows 10 and stuff down your throat. Like, yeah, it's just a little annoying. Oh god, I missed that. I missed that too. Awesome. Lovely. Well, if you're asking what I thought about the difference between servers, they're very similar, but it's just hard to explain. More or less, since there's more people on the EU server, you get a wider range of, say, good players to like bad players. I hate calling people bad because, to me, it's just, not everyone can be, a top percentage or something, because if everyone was the same, everything would be boring in a way. I'm trying to say this because there's nothing wrong with playing a game, just having fun in it and not like diving into every single weak spot for a tank or throwing premium rounds the whole time, stuff like that to do better. But on EU you have a large difference between people, a lot of matches, whereas NA you're more likely to come across people who have played the game a little bit longer. Awesome. I thought I might get a little bit more help here, but no. But I'm gonna stop myself while I have insulted the least amount of people as possible. I'm not good at explaining stuff like this. It's just my team is hiding, for lack of better words, and our Artie isn't firing. They're both looking at where they're situated. They're both set up to help the southern flank and not the northern flank here. If they set all the way up in A0 or even A9, A8, they can kind of angle shots into where all of these tanks are set up. I unfortunately can't really move out of here right now because the E4's armor, I'm just going to get chewed apart. I'm just waiting to see if this 113 pops out again here, but I guess I can try. It's just, yep, that guy's, he is showing his weak spot, but the E4's accuracy is worse than the E3's. I do not trust this thing in the least bit with getting shots on people. And unfortunately, I guess missed my chance at the 113 there. It's just, yeah. I am not... The E4, unfortunately, it's not a tank where you want to get shot in, especially by 10s. Like, you can get shot by a couple 8s and stuff here or there, but for the most part, it's not a tank you're wanting to get hit by other tier 10s in. But I kind of put myself in a spot to... Yeah, unfortunately I just got hit by an E3. It's like you can kind of hide behind this, but not exactly as much as you might like. That sounds, yeah, it sounds about right. People in NA, the people are so toxic over here. Honestly, you get called a reroll if you have like 30 freaking thousand battles. Like, it looks like he tucked in a little bit more here. At least my team's doing well enough to where. Oh lord. I don't really have a shot. I guess I find it funny when people call me a reroll, and I'm like, seriously, why would I do that? Ah, awesome. Thank you for finishing him off. But yeah, there's differences there's differences between all the servers, but they're still pretty close as far as how they play, which I should say. But pretty decent match here. I don't know why that E3 threw APCR at me, but I guess he needed, you know, a good jillion penetration instead of just completely overkill for shooting me. Hey, we won the IS4 somehow. Holy crap. I'm surprised at that. Hello, Dodo again. But, didn't exactly do well on that match for us, but at least we won. Pretty good match by both of us here. Good job, Master. Alright, next up is the E25. I'll get back to the 252U. You want me to... I'll type in your player name, but I don't think you're on my server. Nope, you're not on my server. I play on the NA server. So... But yeah, 113s, like, that's one of my newer tier 10s. And it's a very good tank statistically. The problem why you don't see them in a lot of public battles is they get set on fire a lot, you know, through the lower plate. But mainly it's one of those tanks where it works very well if you're playing basically with your team and you have good teamwork, because it doesn't have whatchamajig. Doesn't have gun depression. That's what I'm trying to say. It's basically like a heavy medium. So if you're playing in a public battle and you don't have very good teamwork, it's going to be hard for you to push out, because people are going to shoot you through your lower plate and damage you, set you on fire, ammo rack you, and it's very hard to fight over hills. Whereas in Clan Wars, if you're platooning with people, you're able to work as a unit essentially, and it works very well in that regard, because its gun's very good, armor frontally is good, and you can play it like, not necessarily just as a medium, but it has a very unique role that it works well in. Oh, why is he heading down here? I am a little bit surprised he pushed down here. He's not going to last very long. And please don't keep spamming your username in the chat, Dodo. Like, I don't know if you 100% understand me either, but I looked up your username. You're not on my server, but if you keep doing it, I'm just gonna time you out. I'm kind of sick and tired of honestly people saying stuff that don't relate to the chat after a certain somebody a few days ago. Thank you for the subscription, Richie. I don't know why I'm shooting at him. I can't pen him. Alright, they're not pushing from that side. Well, the population is pretty damn different, yes. The NA server is pretty much one of the smallest servers, so... come on, people, find me some shots. Oh, Lord. I've got to hit one of these eventually. The Russian server is freaking gigantic. They've broken, I think, 1 million at one point. So, it's like freaking, I know it's not half, but like half the population of Russia plays the damn game. Oopsie daisy. I can't really penetrate his turret front. Says I honestly might run back over to the other side at this point. Yeah, maybe I can penetrate this side of his turret there. Thank you for play. It's like, yeah. I looked up your username and yeah. We're not on the same server, unfortunately. The T-34-3. I wish I'd get that eventually, but I actually looked, I have like 48 premium tanks between tier 6 and tier 8. Something like that. Some absurd number. Got ourselves a Scorpion G here. I am not exactly sure if I have 6th Sense. Oh, I do. I definitely know where I'm at now. This is probably not the best idea in the world. I could say so myself. I should have moved sooner. He just shot his own teammate. That BK is probably so angry. Oh, there's a Scorpion G coming to kill me. Spare me. I mean, don't shoot. Oops, a daisy. There we go. I know better than to pop myself off of that specific ledge. I may have killed myself off of that before. If I'm on, John, and if you're on the North American server, I can play with you. Most streams I do platoon, but if you're not on North American server, I can't play. I don't play on EU, RU, SEA, Chinese server. Hello, GG. Nice to see you. But at least we got a little win here. There's only 2 minutes left, so even if we basically start dying left and right, we're gonna be pretty well off. Holy crap. That guy did a pretty good job at hiding. Not good enough though. Thank you for the subscription, 00 or Hero. You never know what a frickin' X means. But hello. Hello, Dana. Nice to see you. Okay. Well, yeah, you know, just send me a friend request, message me. You know, typically I platoon, you know, most streams. I platoon with anybody. Yeah. Like I was trying to explain earlier, but kind of failing at. I really don't care, like, stats, honestly. Like, I play with people who I have fun with, who, you know, mainly it's like, as long as if you're not like cursing everybody out every single match, that, you know, you're pretty good. Pretty decent match though. I got a quick little win. Hello, please. T29. I'll send you an invite, but I might be able. I can play. Yeah, I could play a match or two. I guess have for requests here the Scorpion G. I was gonna play the 252U, but I do have a couple lower tiers I could play, but I'd like to get some of my doubles done here as well. Dodo, you got warned enough. You're banned. You got a timeout, and yeah. I already looked up your username, dude. Like, I'm not gonna... It's impossible for me to, you know, look up your username and friend you or message you when you're on the European server or the SEA server. So... See, like, don't get me wrong. I like performing well in the game, winning, doing a lot of damage and stuff, but, You know, I'm not one of those people that only platoon with somebody if like their stats are this and stuff. Like I play the game for fun, and you know, like it doesn't matter. Like I remember back when I did clan wars and stuff like that. You know, I'd play with people who more or less like, oh, you only can play this tank, and we're gonna play it like these 2 or 3 tanks, like mainly preferential tanks like IS-6 and stuff, and we're just gonna play these and get our win rate 8 and win percentage stuff up today. Like I'm like, no. It's just, to me, that sucks the fun out of the game. So but stats, they do matter if you do tournaments and stuff like that. You are right there. It's just, to me, like 99% of the player base, maybe even more, they really shouldn't matter as much as some people make them out to be. I know I'm kind of playing this a little bit more aggressively than most would. I'm just waiting for my team to catch up here. I play very, very aggressively compared to most people, honestly, if you're basing the NA server off of my gameplay. Ooh, Lord. Sorry about that. It's just most of our team decided to go down into the D line. Don't know if I would have done that. It's just oftentimes you take a lot more damage than what it's worth. Of course, I hit his upper glacis there. Shoots me, I am fine with that. I'd rather us conserve a tank. Pretty sure that would be... Looks like I can go a little bit longer. Like I said, I'm supposed to help my brother move furniture around. His wife's like jewelry clothing store. They finally finished renovating it. Looks like I'll be doing that tomorrow though. Thank you for the subscription, Dejan or Dehan. Oh, sorry, M6. Well, yeah. Yeah, it is nice to see the difference between servers. Honestly, when I pop on like Sandbox or the test server and stuff, I adjust the way I play pretty massively, because it does play differently. Hello, MC Gamer. Thank you for the subscription, Eric Holtz. I didn't get a lot of damage here, but I still think I was a little bit more effective than had I went to other spots. I hate these little buildings. He should be coming out right about here, though. Maybe. Knowing my luck, he's going to be on my left and pop me before I can... Nope. Here we go. Pop me before I can aim over. Hello, White Eagle. With a J? Okay. Yeah, I never know. Plus, I've said if you're looking for people or a person to pronounce things correctly, I'm definitely not the person at times. No, I don't have a shot. Pretty much. That's one reason why I don't necessarily like win rate 8 in a way. It's a pretty flawed metric once you start looking into it. Which, holy shit, good job, M44. He's probably throwing heat though. Alright, so 252U. I was trying to get back into. And then maybe I'll try to get a couple doubles done. But, you know, it's so heavily damage oriented. You know, it doesn't really take into account spotting and everything. So, you're basically gutting, like, half the freaking game in a way. And people treat it like it's like a holy mecca as far as statistics go. You're better off using personal rating. Russian server, I find, you know, the teamwork over there seems pretty good. But as far as most people play very aggressively and they, you know, kind of weave in and out together in a sense. See, I wish they'd do the same thing too. Like they do have it, like in World of Warships, where you can hide your stats if you'd like to. They just need to do it for World of Tanks, but yeah. Yeah. Those people like chai sniping and, you know, sitting back not doing anything, that pisses me off. If I played on the Russian server, they would probably kill me just because I couldn't speak Russian. I don't know the amount of times I've been TK'd on the test server just because I have, you know, US after, you know, a little slash after my name. But, you know, eventually they could. It's just, I don't know. I almost feel like a lot of people would threaten to quit. It is, which is kind of pathetic in a way when you think about it. I don't think they would actually quit. People would just, you know, start doing the same thing with personal rating, which perfectly fine with me. Ooh, he is probably a little bit angry right now. I can get artied here, but if I push up far enough and these people behind me come with me, I should be alright. The big should, but... God damn it. Ah, Lord, I'm angled a little bit too much there. Oh, God. It's like the armor on this, again, good, but it's definitely not invincible like people always say it is. Yeah, sometimes people are good. There's just some days when, like, you're on the test server and, like, I get TK'd, like, every other match. Or not even just TK'd, but damaged. Like, team damage. Super Pershing, stop pushing around like that. It's just I don't have the best shots because I can't stop in and aim, or else I'm going to take a lot of damage. Just, yeah. I just got hit by their arty. That's not a good sign. These guys aren't even freaking trying. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like they're not even pushing up here. Shoot them! No, you guys are all hiding in the back. Like, this got hit by arty again, but like, come on, guys. If you just sit there behind me the whole time, you're not going to be able to shoot them. It's not rocket science. Like, I don't even care if I die right here if we push through. Like, that's all I'm looking for. Just waiting for this Tiger 2 to shoot, even though I'm probably going to get arty'd before that. Yeah, I could have taken a shot there. I just hate these freaking trees when they're laying down. You can't always see through them properly. You guys got full HP. Just do it. You can do it. Come on. I just want to push here, but the Tiger 2 isn't shooting. There we go. Holy freaking hell. Like, I don't even care that I'm cutting you off there. You're taking way too much time. Oh, Lord help them if they were not able to kill that defender. Oh my god. Like, I could see if they didn't have all their HP and stuff, but they had full HP. Why don't you just freaking push and win? How much does the Object 252U cost in euros? I have no idea. I know it costs about 50 bucks US dollars. Hello, gamer. That sounds pretty cool, Joel. Hello, bud. He's like, it's playtime, Cody. He's giving me a little puppy eyes like he wants to go for a walk. I have no idea about that. Hello, Ziga. Am I enjoying it, Mojo? Yes. I think it's a very good premium. Yeah, it's just not as game-breaking as some people might want you to feel like. But as you noticed, immediately when the patch came out and people played it, all those YouTubers and streamers and stuff shut up about it and, oh, it's a very good tank, but you know, you can damage it here and here. Like, I have a weak spot guide for it. You know, it's not as, you know, well armored as you might think. It's very good, but it's definitely okay. Okay, so let me do. Just let me know if you want it to platoon, but yeah, I can do a couple lower tiers. I'm just trying to get. Actually, I would like to do Mr. Panther 2 with its absurdly long gun. Levi Senpai. But yeah, he's just sitting there kind of like whining a little bit. Like, Alan, I'll invite you here. It's just I don't know. I think you only have up to tier 7, so I'll hop into this battle and I can play a couple tier 7s with you. I haven't been able to get any of my doubles done here. Pretty much the past week I have not gotten any tank grinding done. Yeah, the sides, they're strong in some areas, but the lower you aim, you can't aim too low though. Like basically on the 252U, don't aim too much lower than the top of the bottom track wheels, or else you're not going to hit the hole. But they actually did mess up the gun a little bit. It shouldn't be as long as it is, I believe. But I don't know why it says. There we go. I was about to say I have no clue why. Let's hopefully not get you in a tier 10 match, but T29's not that bad in a tier 10, but oh god. That hurt a little bit. I usually don't drink soda, but I can't pass up Warritos soda. For anybody who knows that is essentially Mexican soda. Alrighty then. I think Levi, he's almost to the point where he lays in the door. Like if I'm working on like guides for WoT Guru, he lays in the door waiting for Ryan to come home. It's kind of funny to see. Yeah, I would say this gun is a little bit too long. Yeah. Hello, Steven. Are you requesting the tier 7 Panther, or just saying I'm in a Panther? So I could play that one if you would like. It's probably my favorite of the two. I don't know why I shot that. You freaking kidding me? Like, why do people do that? Like, if you're going somewhere, you don't stop. That's gonna block the person behind you. Thank you, Panther. M10. That was very nice. Screw you, E25. Oh, Lord. I thought that was a pretty cut and dry shot. Stop shooting me, FV304. not the smartest move. M7? What he's saying. I wouldn't call it a crappy light tank, but play it like a light tank and a spotter, more or less. It is gonna, and last I saw it might be getting switched to a light tank, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there, but I think Wargaming had switched it when they're doing the light tank changes to actually be a light tank. I'm not sure. Let's see, I thought I could hit him, but nope. Yeah, the gun on it, it's, you know, it's a fun little gun to use, but it's not always the most practical tank. Ah, nice, Steven. That's a good tank. You're playing it right there. It's just know sometimes when you're in the M7, there's just some matches where, you know, you get the short end of the stick right away, no matter what you do. You just got to make the best of it. But a lot of, you know, tier 5 mediums, yeah, have those problems, but it is basically like a light tank through and through. Can I get one more shot? Probably not. That rhymed. I just drove right past the meal. Yeah. I'll just do a little turn here. Oh, excuse me. Holy shit, he's still alive. Pretty decent match though. All three of us did pretty well. But yeah, pretty good job. All right, yeah, I think you only have up to tier 7. Alright, let's see if I can have better luck in the Tiger here. I think this is a good tank. It's not always the best heavy in a sense, but I just don't always have the best luck in this tank. Yeah, I've seen it on Sandbox. It's not on the live server though. I guess can't necessarily stream or talk directly about Sandbox because Wargaming is Wargaming. But all the tier 10 lights look pretty well on them, except for the Sheridan's 105 or not 105, the 152 millimeter, the derp gun. The standard 105 on it looks pretty good, but the derp gun does not look very nice right now. It looks like they don't want people to play it. I wish I could stream the sandbox, but unless you're community contributor or basically NA server, it's hard to get anything done. Like, Wargaming NA is freaking terrible in that regard, in my opinion. And when it comes to me, because some people do get pretty good support, but you know, I don't do esports, I'm not in a big clan, and yeah. I'm gonna get myself into trouble here, just poking and prodding at a Tiger 1. Everyone knows it's coming. Yep. I saw that coming, and yet I still did it. Hello, Dirk? I don't even know. I almost want to say Dire KT. Well, Mr. Bone, he didn't die in his apartment. His name was Poshy Bird. He had a wife and I think 3 kids. But, you know, it is a very sad thing. But honestly, I would say the majority of popular streamers, especially for World Tanks, honestly, are, you know, pretty, you know, they're grown up more in a sense than you would think. I know that you probably didn't mean to scene. Or that might have come out wrong. I should say. I just read that as a little insensitive in a way. Alright. Somebody push far enough to spot these people. I guess it's gonna be me. Why is it always me? Just the Yag Panther is still down here. Like, what the hell do these people want me to do? Like, I'm getting a little frustrated here because I would like to push. There we go. There's the Dicker Max. It's just, I'm in a freaking Tiger 1. I don't have armor. Like, yeah, it's just, yeah. Like, I never watched Poshy Bird, but from what I understand, he had health and heart problems, you know, even, you know, outside of streaming. Definitely didn't help that he was doing a 24-hour live stream. This does not have any armor. That's why I'm being extremely careful where I poke and prod here. It's like, since they pulled back and kind of split apart, I'm able to push up now. But this thing's armor is its HP. really hope that Super Pershing does not die. Kinda hoping if I keep him pointed this way, the Super Pershing can shoot him on the right. Or shoot him from that side. Maybe. I think I just gotta go for it in a way. Super Pershing. I don't have time to sit here, so it's just unfortunate because I'm probably gonna end up dying here if... Nope, there we go. It's like all you had to do was, you know, turn around and help me a little bit. Okay. I was not expecting to get hit by Artie there. I'm trying to help you. Very nice. But, you know, there's actually been things done where gaming for that long is not good for you. But, yeah. Brian's parents, of course, you know, they called her, you know, not for that, but they're like, do you know that somebody died who plays Cody's game and streams? And she's like, yes. Like, they were like worried that I was going to die from live streaming. I'm like, no. Like, like just no. You know, I might die someday. I hopefully not anytime soon, but I don't think live streaming has any correlation between the two if you're not streaming for the hours that, you know, like he was, or 20 plus hours. Let's see if that guy saw that. Okay, the KV-2's over there. But yeah, I know a lot of people like them. You know, I don't always keep up with everyone who streams. Like, I watch people from every now and then, but I definitely haven't made it through a good chunk of people who stream. Well, they do make ones that are like that filter out the blue light and stuff. It helps with your eyes, but gamer, unfortunately, I do not have. I don't think I got that one. I think you're asking for the tier 9 one. It's like the only one I have when it comes to that is the SG-122-44. But yeah, I don't have that specific one. Let's see, why don't I hop into a little Swede here? That wasn't that great of a match, but thank you very much. But sometimes, like, I don't play for very long either, because I start getting headaches and stuff looking at, you know, computer screens and everything. But yes, we are. Yeah, just like other Swedish tanks, it does not have any armor, doesn't really have HP. I'm mainly just playing this because I had to pick a tier 7, and for that tank reward mission to play Swedish tanks, I decided why not. But unfortunately with this tank, I'm not going. I can't go down here where I want to be. So. Hopefully we get some stuff to shoot over here, and I'm not just gonna go over and sit in the cap or something. They put a lot of people over there. It's just, with this tank, it's not very good at, you know, advancing and stuff, and it's kind of what I got to do here, because if I'm just going to sit in the back, I'm not doing anything, and to me that's worse than pushing out a little bit further than you might need to be. Dude, come on. Like, why can't we push out here? Most of their tanks are on the other side. Oopsie daisy. Not that I think I'm gonna cap, but... trying not to get myself into too much trouble. That shot did not work out like I wanted it to. But this is not a tank you want to trade shots in, but hello. Come on, move up. Like, you guys are literally taking the longest path possible for slow heavy tanks and stuff. Like, oh nee, you would have been able to help out, you know, on the other side, you know, at least a minute ago. It's just, I feel kind of bad now. It's just, why aren't these guys moving? Like, it's kind of ticking me off, because I got into this spot expecting to be able to do a little bit. Just, I hate playing mid-tier sometimes. It hurt a little bit. Well, at least we got plenty of people to cap now. And wait, they're not gonna cap probably. They are testing my patience. Honestly don't know what tier it is off the top of my head. Why are you leaving the cap? Just why? If we're gonna cap, we're gonna cap. If we're not gonna cap, then yeah. Oh, it's just, yeah, we might lose. And I'm getting, like, why? Nope, we're not capping here. There's no way for us to cap in our current setup, so I'm just gonna try to make this work. Because I'm just gonna sit there and they're gonna roll down and kill me. just annoying because like all of our heavy tanks that came over to the side literally just sat there and yep, and the E2 got me. Yeah, I'm just a little bit pissed off at that. Yeah. But yeah, I gotta do some of these doubles because I've literally not gotten done any. I haven't been able to get any of the grinds done, unfortunately, that I've needed to do. But that match was like we did a very good job, but like half of our team, it felt like the slowest ones just slowly drove all the way on the outside of the map. Like, no. Oh, Lord. Alright. Well, I guess go with credits, too. But I'm going to play a little bit longer here. But I'm going to do some tanks I need to grind right about now to finish the stream out. I'll probably go for at least another like half an hour or so, since I don't need to go help move furniture today. Yeah, it was, Joel. Oh, I felt bad for leaving you guys over there, but you know, I thought moving out to my side, I'd be able to do something with the amount of people we had. Nope, they did not want to do anything. Not at all. That was very frustrating. I know what you meant, foreplay, as far as the help button. Does not always work for some reason, but I still try. Yeah, it's just sometimes hitting that little help button, you're like, somebody, please. But I'm going to be playing the Type 4. I also have the Strev 103. I think... Did we get my Panther? We got the Panther 2 double done, yes. And I do have... what is it? The SP1C. That's got high tier matchmaking now. But I can do that as well since I'm grinding that too. I am not the best when it comes to grinding tanks. It always takes me forever. Something I'm afraid about here is if the M46s head over to this side, their TDs head over here, we're not really going to encounter much over there. We'll see though. Like, I'm almost inclined to head out over this way because there's no arty. I'm going to find out soon now. Oh, Lord. This is not good. We got 2 of their tanks at least. There's their tier. Yeah, I'm not going to this side anymore. I should have stuck with my gut and went to this side to begin with. There's just nothing over there for me to fight. There we go. That gets a big obstacle out of our way. Should have just stuck with my gut. Would have saved me a little bit of driving. See, I don't mind grinding. It's just I don't, you know, almost all the time I play, you know, play World of Tank now. World of Tanks. I can't even talk. God damn it. You know, I'm streaming, so you guys see what I play. And a lot of times I can't get, you know, a lot of matches in the tanks I'm grinding. Since I like playing requests for you guys. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just I don't get into new tanks as quickly as I might like. Screw you, Udez. You're just chucking those rounds right through me. He's got a lot of penetration, so I'm not too surprised. Oh, this is like... I was going to say one of the least possible shots that I can hit right now. But somehow it hit. I hope that they can kill that T-54. They should. Right now, I'm more or less just trying to get some of these TDs spotted. There we go. Of course I missed. How are you still alive? There we go. Thank you, Captain Steve Rogers. I don't mind being a punching bag, though. Nice. The KV-5 is a pretty good tank. But sometimes getting shot by the enemy is kind of what you should do in your tank. This is what I wanted to do initially. I just delayed myself by about a minute by going over to a flank where nobody was. But the Type 4, you know, I'm going for the HE gun to see how that works out across a lot of battles, but I feel like the Type 4 is almost better with the standard gun that, you know, it's had for a while. Whereas the Type 5 HE is a viable gun on that, just because, you know, the DPM gets buffed and the handling a little bit. But I do feel like the Type 5 is a little bit overpowered. Not as much as the mouse, though, but it's just extremely easy to use, which is why some people think it's completely broken. Oh, why the standard gun on this? I don't know why people complain about it either. Like, as far as the Type 4 and 5, I never thought the guns were a problem on them. Like, they're definitely not the best guns, but it was always the armor. People being able to basically just double tap 2, or even not even need to do that if they're in like a tier 10 TD, and penetrate your armor. That was always the problem for the Type 4 and 5. It's just them adding in the HE guns more or less. I feel, you know, the main reason they did it was just to keep the line kind of the same, because every heavy before that had a HE gun. But you know, I feel like when they rebalance them, they're just going to tweak the HE guns a little bit. But the armor changes, while the Type 5 was a little bit too far, I think the Type 4 is pretty well balanced right now. So, let's get into my roll the dice TD. That'll happen, yeah, if you get shot by a high caliber gun. Thank you very much, Dana, for the tip. You go, little buddy. I don't think he expected that. He's like, what are you giving me? Kind of feel bad for him because he's sitting over here. He really wants to go for a walk because it's pretty nice out today. But thank you very much, Dana. Enjoy golfing tomorrow. That sounds a lot better. Tomorrow here it's going to be like raining and crappy out. So I'll be streaming and then moving furniture. That's it. Even though moving furniture, the buildings are actually right next to each other, so it's not that bad. Well, you know, it's just tier 10 TDs, you know, against, say, like the mouse and Type 5 and stuff. They should be able to penetrate a lot of the armor, but it's just, there's very little chance for them to bounce at times, you know, before these buffs. That was the main problem. I'm not saying tier 10 TD shouldn't be able to. Need to get myself out of... Whoa, ho, ho. Can we talk about this? Whoa, dude. I was trying to get out of his way, and I missed a shot or two. Luckily, this little guy stuck around for me. You might want to rethink that. How do we spell cannoli? An herb? I have no idea if you're talking about an herb. I thought you were talking about, like, the dessert, which is Ryan's favorite dessert, so I do know how to spell that. Alright, he's a goner. Decisions. I guess I'll head down here. I don't necessarily want to, but... Whew, that defender, he got whacked there. I don't think you want to fight me, IS-3. So you can definitely penetrate me, but I don't think you want to go toe-to-toe with the gun on this. Yeah. There is a lot of people on the north flank, but honestly, I'm never worried about losing that flank because they have to climb that glacier. You know, it's going to take them a very long time to get to our base. Whoa, can we talk about this IS-3? Thank you. I'm just gonna miss there. No. That hurt. Won't lie. Oh, Mr. KV4. Please don't shoot me. Please don't spot me. Please don't anything. I'm just afraid about Artie right now. I should be able to pen him, but his first couple shots didn't exactly land where I wanted them to. Yes, we know that there's people up there. Ooh, the Emil one had the same thought that I did. I know that Emil can take a shot or two, so... There we go. Not exactly sure where this Oho is. He's probably back at their base. And I'm gonna get derped, but I'll take a chance. They're pretty good, the camo, but they definitely need it, honestly. They don't have much going for it outside of, well, speed, the good guns as far as DPM, penetration. Ah, he is here. Oh, Lord. I wish I had got that first chance, so I would definitely have been fine, but I wasn't too concerned there still. Swedish TDs are one line of tanks that definitely need good camouflage. I'm just gonna stay on the cap just in case. Excuse me. Doesn't exactly make sense for me to go back to the base. But next matchup, I'll play the SP1C since I'm getting a double done on this. I'd rather take the time to flex my tank around. And then maybe I'll do a couple more matches after that as well. Kind of forget if I have anything else I need to get doubles done. I mean, technically I'm grinding like the AMX 1390 for the AMX 30. But I've been grinding that, for well over a year or two now since that tank has come out. But pretty decent match from both of us. Very good. It's alright, little dog. Stop whining behind me. Yeah, they're definitely not for everybody. But the tier 9 and 10 aren't overmatched by a lot of things. It's just, 122 and up. There's only a couple little spots that you can overmatch them. See you, Foreplay. Thanks for watching. Yeah, have a good day. Hey, little buddy. Here. Cover you with your little blanket. Levi has like a little purple blanket that he likes, basically brought if he's gonna be like napping or something somewhere. He like cuddles under it. If he doesn't have it, he'll like run underneath his bed and toss it around. It's kind of funny to see sometimes. They're all going to the one spot I wanted to. I love this little spot. He's like, fine, I go lay down. I wouldn't say that. Every single stream I take him for a walk before, and then after we go for a walk as well. We actually have the problem with making him go outside to pee, because the person we got him from let him out, I would say 1 to 2 times a day at most to use the bathroom. That's not exactly right. Alright, M46, I'm trying my best to help you, but I don't think you even realize how easy it is to flip this tank. But he's just whining because you know, it's getting towards midday, and he starts whining at our front windows. They're right outside the door here for Ryan to come home. It's kind of cute, but it's kind of annoying. I'm really afraid that this M46 is going to basically prevent me from coming back. Oh god. And of course, just as I leave here, this guy pushes over, and there's a T-54 Mod 1 I could have shot. He made a pretty big tactical error there, I should say. Oh god. Ah! I pulled my shot there, as you probably saw. There we go. I was somewhat confident in this small little midget tank that he wouldn't be able to hit me a second time. I might get hit by one of these guys in the center, but let's just go for a ride. Oh, holy shit. There's a light tank up there. Or at least there was. I have no idea what that guy was trying to do. And I should have stayed in the cap, but oh well. But, pretty decent battle. Oh, excuse me. Like I said, I didn't drink coffee this morning, so I'm a little tired. But, pretty good job though. So, let's see. I got all my doubles done, I think. I got a double done on that. Seeing if there's anything that I need to do to get a double done, but I think I'm inclined to try to play. There it is, the meal. Because I am grinding this as well. Since I'm trying to get I need some more tank rewards points from this to be able to get the level of rewards that I would like to get. So it's starting to run out of time for me to finish the Swedish ones. I finished the one for killing Swedish tanks. I just need to finish the one for actually playing them. I thought it would have been easier to do the one playing them because, you know, I'm grinding both lines, but I haven't played too many matches in them, unfortunately. But I'll probably do this battle, maybe, you know, like one or two more after this at most. And then tomorrow I'll be back at the same time for the stream. Pretty much the same as today. I'm probably going to start out with a little bit of premium tanks. And then from there I'll pretty much take any requests. I gotta go play with this little dog outside while it's nice out today. Pretty much. I started at the Emil, or no, not the Emil, the Leo. Well, they're a little bit different because the Tier 7 Premium, the Krupp Steyr or something, Stir, I don't know. That's a TD, but the SP1C, you know, being a light, a little bit different between the two, but A little bit different between the two of us, but the tier 7 one, no. If you mean, I think that's what you're meaning, because I don't think there's a tier 7 premium light. But pretty much, you know, the tier 7 premium, it just got buffed a little bit. I don't think it's a bad little guy. It's a little hard to use with its armor. Of course, the first shot I get hit by an IS-3 right in my freaking upper glacis. Ammo rack. Yup. Should have known better, but yeah. Yeah, there's no room for me now here. That T-29 just, if he's gonna angle like that, nope, I'm not gonna do it. It's alright, Jade Dragon. I get confused, honestly, all the time with tanks. Unfortunately for me, though, defending here, there's not really many spots where I can use my turret and hold down. I could have went up the 1-2 line, but I really don't like that side. I don't think it's that useful oftentimes. Because if you lose this side over here, you almost always lose from the defending standpoint. But I wouldn't have guessed you live in Iraq. If you're watching, Master, I'm not sure if you're watching or not. I just can't type right now. Oh lord, that's not good. Here we go. Reload quicker. So C2, he's coming down. I gotta respect this E2 because he's gonna get some shots on my rear. He's not going to the spot that I thought he'd go to, but nonetheless, do a little bit of damage to him. I just don't get how these guys aren't taking more damage. From basically outside sources here. Whoops. I did not mean to say that. Very nice. I can hit the C2, but yay! Okay, here we go. Yes, we know, we know. Stop freaking out, Mr. E25. Because that guy's probably still here. Maybe. But the only way we lose this is if our team does something extremely dumb right now. Something's spotting me. I don't know if it's from my left or my right. Or right there. It's right there. A44. I'll reload, but I'm probably gonna regret not shooting that A44 with that one shell. Oh, especially, yep, with this guy coming right down on me. No! Plan hide. Yeah, that was a very, it was a very well played by both of us up there. Master, he did a good job holding down that side while I was getting the T-32. Oh, okay. That's nice to know. Sometimes I don't know, because I don't have, it's not like we're both on Discord, for basically voice there. So I do have that set up now. If anyone ever platoons with me, and you're on my Discord server for the stream, we can, set that up. Come on now. Yeah, I'd like to hit the KB2. There he is. Okay, I don't have a shot though. I don't think I'm going to get a better shot moving, so I'm just going to sit here and wait. I'll throw some shells at him. Maybe he moved out. But, tilting my head like this is going to make the shot actually land. See ya, Floyd. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. That was a pretty good battle for both of us there. Very nice job. Alright, let's see. I said I'm grinding my tanks. Maybe I'll go back to the Panther 2 because I'm getting pretty close to the E50. Yeah, this is going to be my last battle for the stream, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drone swarms, I could see that. Like I said, my next stream is going to be tomorrow, same time, same place. Kind of the same thing. Friday should be a pretty interesting stream, I think. Depends on if Ryan's on board or not. I'm trying to... It's going to be called like a shave-a-thon. Make it fun for both you guys, probably Ryan and myself. I really need to cut my hair, but I think I'm going to, take tank requests and stuff like that. And if I don't do like a certain amount of damage compared to like the HP of a tank or something, I just get randomly buzzed. I'm probably going to look ridiculous. But it should be pretty fun. Hopefully. But feel free to stop in and take a peek at it, because hopefully it goes off well. I wanted to do it Sunday, but I didn't have time to set it up beforehand because I was out at my parents' house. Map's always interesting. Yep. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Why is the AT-15 complaining? The IS-3 can go wherever the hell he wants, like... Especially on this map. you have basically two flanks to pick from. And they have a lot of freaking heavy tanks down here. Glad I landed a shot there. I was not too well versed on this map from this side. But yeah, it was a fun stream. It was nice chatting with you guys, and we got some good matches in. I don't think I crapped up too much on the tank requests that you guys had either. Some days, I don't do a good job, but today went pretty smoothly. Which I'm surprised. because I'm a little bit tired right now. I stayed up a little bit too late last night. Ryan and I are we've been working on basically building a countertop shelving system, all that, in our laundry room. We finally have it just about done. Just need to, polyurethane it. I can dabble in building now. I say, Panther M10, I'm not sure you want to trade shots with me. I think it just kind of tickles a little bit. Thank you for the subscription, Bam Out. Really? That was 0 damage critical hit. Oh lord, there's an IS-3 down there now. Let's get that arty out of the way. Okay. We're still in this, but I need to give up my high ground here, I feel like, and help him out against this IS-3. There we go. Very nice work. Oh lord. No! Oh, thank god he missed me. I'd be afraid with the old Panther 2 gun. This gun, though, not so much. I'm fairly confident in penetrating him. The old gun, even with APCR, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna do damage. Oh god. Garden shears? Oh god, that sounds... I usually cut my own hair. I don't like... It's expensive, honestly, to get people to cut your hair around here. There's not many, like, just like barber shops and stuff. Or, what the hell, it's the last match. I won't go cap. We got some buzzers, so with the shears that, we have kitchen shears. But I would like my hair to look all right at the end of it. But I typically get buzz my hair pretty damn short, because I work in a kitchen. It doesn't really... No! Take that. Thank you very much, Dana. My hair does look ridiculous right now. You should see it when I don't have it all pushed back. Very nice game now. But this was my last one, guys. So thanks again for watching. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys tomorrow. If not, later on in the week. Have a very good day, or good night, depending on where you're at. And yeah, if you're playing World of Tanks, have some good matchmaking, since some days can be pretty brutal, but pretty decent matchmaking we had today. So hopefully you guys get some of that too. Thank you guys though. I'll see you guys. Have a good one.